What's going on, my Steeler fans? I got a couple things I need to address here. There's been a lot of things that I've seen a lot on these Steeler fan pages and stuff about how we made a big mistake, re-signing, or I should say keeping Ben and not forcing him into retirement, which I think is the wrong answer. I think it's a great idea that we did, and I'm happy he took that cut and pay to help with the salary cap because we would still be paying for him if he was retired or not. It would have been dead cap space anyway. But one of the other things that I've been seeing a lot lately is Sam Darnold coming to Pittsburgh. And should we go out and get him? Should we do this for him? Should we do that for him? Should we draft a quarterback? There's a lot of things that need to be addressed here. And, one of them, obviously, Steelers Nation has no faith in Mason Rudolph. You know, Obviously, the season that he came in played, he wasn't the greatest. We all know that. The fact that we still went 8-8 that season was pretty crazy to me. I was shocked, to be honest. After starting 1-4, almost making a playoff spot, which we probably would have lost in the first round, just like we normally do anyway. But I just want to break down Sam Darnold, what he's done in his career. If we were to go out and get him, what should we give up for him? Be straight up and honest right here. The most I'd give up is third or fourth round pick. Obviously, his record doesn't really show who he is, only because he's played with the Jets his whole career, and in those 3 years, obviously he was a top five pick when he was drafted in 2018. So therefore, the Jets sucked the year before, the Jets sucked after that, and they sucked the past 2 seasons. So, all 3 seasons that he has been there has not been a good team around him. Let's just start with his offensive line, okay? His offensive line was absolute trash. He was sacked 98 times in his 3-year career so far with the Jets, and he's only played 38 games in his career too. So, to me, that's a lot. That's a lot on somebody's body. I mean, I understand he's young. He's 23. And that's what I like about him, is that he was drafted when he was 20 years old. It's the same situation as Juju, right? Juju was drafted 20 years old. He turned 21 in the season, yada, yada, whatever. But that's the thing that I like a lot about Darnold is youth, and he has a lot of room to grow. I think Canada can potentially coach him. Obviously, it'd be different, working with Ben the past 2 seasons and stuff like that. But I do like Darnold. Again, his situation has not been ideal. When they got Le'Veon Bell, he was not the Le'Veon Bell that was in Pittsburgh. Obviously, the Steelers had a great offensive line. The Jets did not. So there was no run game there, to the point where Frank Gore was taking more reps than him. And Bilal Powell, and I forget who the other running back that was there, but he was also taking more reps than Le'Veon. So there was just no offense there. And that was, he had no help. He had no help. Obviously, if he were to come to a team like Pittsburgh, he would have a lot more help there. We have great offensive weapons between, Ebron, when he's not dropping balls, he's great. But our wide receiver core, as young, nobody's older than 25, and it's easily one of the best, youth-wise, speed-wise. I mean, we got a 6'4" wide receiver that's got hops and scored 11 touchdowns, So, I mean, if you were to circle him around those type of players, what kind of player would you get out of him? But, overall, like I said, the Jets have been horrible around him. He's 13-25 in his career, but he does have an almost 60% completion percentage, which is pretty good, actually. Other than that, more statistics, as in 45 touchdowns to 39 interceptions, is not good. And he's had about 8,097 passing yards, which, again, doesn't even equal out to 3,000 a year. But again, you have to look at the Jets' offense and where they were and the pieces that were put around him. And if you were to put Sam Darnold, his rookie season, in a Steelers uniform, what would he have been? He easily would have been a lot better quarterback in Pittsburgh's system. But the fact that he was playing with the Jets and under Adam Gase definitely didn't hurt him, or definitely did hurt him, excuse me. But you know, the question of the day is, would I take him? Yes, I would. And I've been saying this for a while to a lot of my friends and, my football buddies and stuff, saying that I would take him definitely for sure. Again, the price has got to be right. Nothing more than a third or fourth. But his value, it's diminished, so that's just something I wanted to address. I've seen a lot of people talking about it in our fan groups. So I just wanted to raise the question of would you take Sam Darnold on the Pittsburgh Steelers? And obviously my answer is yes. Yeah, we still got Rudolph. Yeah, we have Josh Dobbs, I think technically still. I think he's actually a free agent, but we still have him technically. And we just signed Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins is not going to be the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I will tell you that now. But I would take Sam Darnold. My question is to you, Steelers Nation. Would you take him? Comment down below, like and subscribe. Everything means a lot to me. So here we go, Steelers. 17-game season next year. Let's get it done.